Okay, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, hello, my name is Jackson Wallen, and today our presentation is on COVID-19 and how it affected McDonald's, not just as a storefront, but as a business. Next slide, please. So what has the pandemic affected? Well, COVID-19 has affected things such as sales, store policy, technology, and daily operations. Next slide, please. In regards to McDonald's sales and revenue, in the first quarter of 2020, McDonald's saw a 2% drop in sales. This is due to the pandemic causing people to think in more of a health conscious way and find healthier options. And comparing the first 9 months of sales in 2020 to the first 9 months of sales in 2019, there was actually a negative 25% drop. And finally, McDonald's has become heavily reliant on apps such as Uber Eats, Skip the Dishes, and DoorDash throughout the pandemic because of the quarantines. These apps require you to pay things like large delivery fees and tips, which drive up total prices and drive some consumers away. Next slide, please.
Hello, my name's Rihanna. When the pandemic hit, McDonald's introduced Safety Plus, which are policies to better protect their crew and guests. Some of the things that were added are 2 meters of distance between crew members and between guests, additional health and safety training, and for McDelivery, crew was trained to minimize contact for drivers. But this isn't all. On the next slide, there are more additions, such as regular cleaning and keeping high-touch areas clean and sanitized. Front counters and drive-thrus have fitted protective screens, and all the orders are served with limited contact and limited people inside. On the next slide, McDonald's has a competitive advantage since 95% of their locations have drive-thrus. The CEO of McDonald's actually said to Fortune that convenience now has also evolved to encompass safety. The faster I can get in and out of a place, the safer it is, which is why McDonald's has cut the drive-thru wait time by 30 seconds and hopes to cut it down even more. They've done this by cutting down the menu and updating menu screens, to name a few. Now I will hand it off to Nilofar.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Nilofar, and I want to talk about McDonald's marketing during COVID-19. Due to the limitation of the corona pandemic, many businesses, especially restaurants, suffered huge losses, including McDonald's. McDonald's was not immune to COVID-19's effects, and its profits dropped 22% in 2020 as a result of worldwide shutdown limits. So to get out of this harmful situation, McDonald's had to come up with new marketing strategies. One of the things McDonald's did during a period was to simplify its food menus, and McDonald's added crispy chicken to its menu to re-engage customers so that it could compete with competitors such as Popeyes. On the other hand, McDonald's formed a new customer experience team as a result of COVID-19's impact on how implement the chain arc acceleration initiatives growth pillars, such as global marketing, global restaurant development, and restaurant solution, data analysis, and bring together a digital customer. On the next 2 slides, I explain about McDonald's marketing decision during a pandemic. As I mentioned, restaurants struggled to cope with the shifting dynamics and customer habits around the health issue, requiring them to streamline menus. As the lockdown relaxed, sales increased and losses decreased, and indicating some hope for a gradual Oh, approximately 96 of McDonald's outlets have a drive-through method. And moreover, one of the most important things that McDonald's did during this time is reducing shares of McDonald's holding in Japan from 49% to 35%. And in addition, the burger chain had cut 70% spending on US marketing in the second quarter, but they will now reinvest that money. Next slide, please. The other thing that I can mention for McDonald's marketing is that McDonald's have a plan to invest $2.35 billion by 2020, especially in new stores in all the world, and they want to focus on selling major products such as hamburgers, coffee, and new crispy chicken sandwiches in the next year. And these points shows that McDonald's examines all aspects of its representative in the global marketing, and also pays attention to global marketing. And Nima will explain about COVID-19 and technology on McDonald's.
Hello, I'm Nima. Today I'm going to talk about McDonald's, the COVID-19 and technology. During the COVID-19 pandemic, McDonald's emerged as the winner in fast casual through digital innovations, allowing their core competencies for their core consumers. Though the impact of impact of COVID-19 has been felt across the business community, the fast casual restaurant industry has faced especially high adversity in the face of rapidly changing consumer behavior caused by the pandemic. According to Church Time, US fast casual same-store sales dropped to 56% of pre-pandemic levels by April 2020, with social distancing and restrictions on indoor capacity, especially hurting fast casual restaurants. And though many fast casual chains quickly adapted to stay afloat during their industry's most trying time, one in particular not only adapted to the short-term challenges, but presented by the pandemic, and positioned itself to emerge as the true winner in the post-pandemic future. I mean McDonald, the brand that we are currently talking about that. Going into the pandemic, McDonald's actually found itself well positioned to build on its prior digital innovations to create a user experience well suited for the constraints posed by the pandemic. McDonald's recent technology innovations, including the development of the McDonald's mobile application, mobile order and payment, and self-order kiosks, together have transformed customer experiences in and around their restaurants. Digital sales exceeded to $10 billion, or nearly 20% of system-wide sales in 2020 across the top 6 markets. In addition to drive-through, enabling delivery perhaps not surprisingly become a significant focus for McDonald's to provide customers with additional safe channel to order. Okay, here we are going to talk about the accelerating the Arches strategy, which has been used by McDonald's, and so McDonald's new holistic strategy, and is focused on not just the company's food, but how consumers will order. It's designed to integrate digital ordering more fully into the McDonald's ecosystem, increase loyalty through a new rewards program, expand its advantage on drive-through ordering, and double down on delivery. By improving the customer experience for their core customers, McDonald's in turn ensured they maintain loyal customers in the face of adversity and successfully recovered sales in a challenging year for the industry. They also have expanding the delivery partners and promoting online orders. For example, they made a partnership to DoorDash and Grubhub, in addition to Uber Eats. McDonald's also offered a free Big Mac deal in this time from 2 to 9 of November 2020 for DoorDash. Whoever spent $1 through DoorDash, McDonald's offered a free Big Mac to them. And the deal was a celebration of the national rollout of McDonald's on the delivery platform. And for every Big Mac order placed from the mentioned date, DoorDash will donate $1 to Ronald McDonald's House Charities Canada, up to $105,000. I will ask my friend to continue the presentation, please.
Now, let me talk about McDonald's stakeholders. FSAC, a food safety advisory committee composed of food safety professionals and leaders, holds a meeting once a year to listen to the progress made by McDonald's. McDonald's participates in the global GEP working group and the EFSA. EFSA means Europe Food Safety Agency. McDonald's is a member of SSAFE. SSAFE is a global no-profit membership organization that works to strengthen food safety and improve human, plant, and animal health and well-being. McDonald's holds a membership with a research organization, BRI, and the Center for Food Safety at the University of Georgia, USA. McDonald's has a team of internal food safety professionals who keep abreast of leading science. Next, I will talk about McDonald's ethics. McDonald's hold ourselves and conduct our business to high standards of fairness, honesty, and integrity. McDonald's individually accountable and collectively responsible. McDonald's take a series of responsibilities that come with being a leader. Next, I will talk about McDonald's contingent plan. Restaurant personnel and customers' health and safety are key focus. As part of McDonald's reaction against COVID-19, McDonald's adds to its usual cleanliness efforts. Temporary changes McDonald's kitchen sourcing to ensure the availability of McChicken service at our restaurants across Canada. McDonald's will be temporarily sourcing McChicken patties from the Canadian contingent supplier. Improve the popularity of food safety through relevant food safety training and communication. Invested in innovative way to improve food safety practices. Thanks for your listening.